On the recording. So what happens is that, when you're doing your treatment or when you're even working with a healer, initially what might happen is that before things start to get better, there sometimes they will get worse. We call it a healing crisis. A healing crisis is when instead of feeling better, you actually start feeling worse. You feel very exhausted, very tired, and it's almost like, man, I cannot go on. I'm just too you start feeling sleepy as well. You're like just midway and you're like, oh my god, you're like this, but it's almost like because your body wants to relax, and yet you've got to do what you've got to do. So it's the normal response of the body is please, please, please relax, and yet that there are things that you need to do, things that you need to show up for, and you've got to just be awake and just get on with things, and then your body is like, oh, let me heal. So it's that typical healing crisis kind of thing. And then sometimes there is also going to be a resistance. I don't want to do this. I just don't want to do this. I don't want to do this treatment. I don't like this, because all that energy that's packed inside you, it's releasing from your cells, from your tissues, from your blood, from everywhere, and it doesn't want to go. It just you're going to feel like you're going to go through those emotional waves where you will feel like crying. You might cry when the energy releases. So you might have different, like you might feel goosebumps, you might feel warm, you might feel cold, you might feel cold in parts of your body, all sorts of things. This is just energy leaving and new energy coming into that place. So it's a
Mhm.
lot. And please understand that what happens is that when these blockages are clearing, uh, old energy is going. Old energy could be yours, could be something that you've carried from multiple lifetimes, could be from your ancestors, your father's line, your mother's line, because through our DNA, we are connected to both. Okay. It could be coming from the collective as well. Flu, COVID, these are collective energies that are around you. And you might also be getting energies from the environment where you are. Like, for example, you go to office, you meet colleagues, you're on a phone call, etc., etc. So there are so many ways, and all this energy was still now collected nicely in your body, sitting in your body, and now it's finding like ways to release itself. So all that energy getting pushed out of your body, new energy taking its place is like you feel a kind of an imbalance. Some things that you might notice is change in sleep patterns. It could be for the better, it could be for the worse. Sometimes you might get a lot of sleep, sometimes it will be just very less sleep. Both. You might have issues with food, as in some foods you will be you used to like, now you don't like. Huh? Has happened?
Uh, it happened to me 2 days after it was on Tuesday, on Wednesday. I was so hungry. I couldn't. I was having my breakfast, my cereals at 7 o'clock, and at 9 I went to do the Hemendex. So it's not like I'm going for healthy food, but I was so hungry. Usually I'm until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't eat anything. But it was for 2 days now. Now it's normal again, I think
Going to
today.
come and go. It's going to come and go. One of my students, I just finished with her. I have two scientists from the US who also just finished the course today. The lady was telling me so after the Reiki treatments, she has felt such a need to have sugar, and she says if she has sugar, she piles up weight, and it's like then she almost immediately leaves sugar, so it just goes like flow. And I said, it happens because when you are taking sugar, it means that your body it needs all that extra energy. When we have our periods, we also take a lot of sugar. We like sugar. It's because our body needs that energy, and to hold to your body is like a vessel. It needs to hold that all that new energy that's coming in, and it wants to just have something very quickly, a quick snack, a sweet, to just be able to have that power and strength to hold that new energy that's coming in. So you're going to have those episodes of release where you will feel sleepy and drop dead and tired and exhausted. You can't eat anything, or you want to eat everything, or you're going to have like resistance. All sorts of craziness goes on. Oh my God. And beware, energy is super strong around full moon and new moon. Tomorrow we have a very big full moon.
Yeah, I know, I know. Yeah.
And it's
So it
already
was like, if I keep continue eating like this, I will be 100 kilos Reiki healed.
yeah.
But thanks God, I think today is like stabilized again. But I couldn't believe, like after 2 hours, I was like so hungry. I didn't feel that hunger for months.
And sometimes it's also like if you keep doing this treatment, so release happened. Were you yawning? Were you releasing energy or something happened?
Yesterday I was yawning, yes, but I don't know because I was so tired already. But I was yawning and I was doing this. I'm always doing it with your audio.
Mm.
And yeah, I was like, oh, nearly falling asleep, but then I went cautious. So it was quite difficult to do, but I managed to do everything. But I was so sleepy, then I just fell into bed and I was sleeping so hard until the morning. Yeah.
I have another student. She also practices with my audio. She also does it at night. Sometimes she does it in the morning as well. So she goes, Vani, I started the treatment. She went up to the neck and she slept. When she woke up, already this thing was on the kidneys. And she goes, oh, already Vani is at the kidneys. She didn't even, she didn't even rewind it. She just started from kidneys. So this portion is like without healing. Just like
Yeah.
this is like some kind of craziness, I'm telling you. All sorts of
Yeah.
craziness because you've never felt like this before. So a lot of these experiences are also very raw, very new. And I don't know, did you feel anything like when you connected with your sister? When did you feel like when you
No,
got your
actually,
lower?
I was thinking. I know because you told me, but I didn't really feel, and I don't know because sometimes I feel something, but I don't know to which person is it connected. If it's to me, if I'm doing me, Lucia, Emma, and Henya at the same time, now who is it connected to? This is what I'm confused. But it's like I'm not sure if this is just like I have this feeling, but I had, but at the lower back or at the back, I at the higher back I felt, and then I felt on the tights, like the outer tights, something, but I'm not sure yet because this is all so new, so I'm not sure if this
No,
is.
actually, you're right. What happens is that when I'm doing group healings, then sometimes it's also difficult for me to tell that who's whose clearing am I doing? Is it person A, person B, person C? Who is it? But then sometimes, because I'm at that level, sometimes I ask, whose energy am I releasing? And just as an instinct, I know whose energy am I releasing. I just know
Mhm.
because these people have been working with me for a while. If I don't, then also it's okay because you know what? How does it matter? As long as I'm giving them some relief, I'm getting them some relief. It's fine. It's not. If I have to know, what I will do is, I was telling you, right? I have to scan them separately. When
Yes.
I do distant healing, I just tell them to wait. I call out the name, I keep calling them out, and I scan them properly. When I scan them, I will know. But it's just unnecessary time waste and all that because in that much time, I can, heal them. It will take for scanning each person I work with will take about half an hour or 40 minutes.
Mhm.
And in that much time, I can do their psychic surgery, I can do I can run their bars, I can do so much more with them. So I'm like, okay, you know what? What do they truly care about? Do they truly care about, if they are healed, if they are properly, they're moving forward in their life, or do they care? Oh, so I don't care too much about that. You just,
Mhm.
yeah, but if you have to, if you really want to develop your psychic gifts, that's how one of the ways in which I develop my psychic gifts. I would just scan each person independently. I used to spend that much time, and then I would be able to tell them like, okay, this is what you were thinking about, this is what was going on. All that. But there are
Mhm.
many other techniques also by which you can know all of that. We'll go over that in level 3. Right now, I think, how comfortable are you with Chokure, Seiki, Daikomyo, Conversation, and you got
Yeah.
you got it?
Yeah, I think yeah the basics I know, but not everything. I can use it for cleaning the room. I use this Honsha and to connect with the house and with Lucia and Emma. And I think I still have to practice and learn a lot about it. So I wouldn't like to like start now with scanning or something because I don't feel like very confident and I still have to listen to your audio to not to forget everything. So yeah.
Yeah, it's just a matter of practice. Let me tell you one thing. There's one thing
Mhm.
that you need to understand. Reiki is all about cleaning and charging. These are the only two things that we do. We clean things properly and we charge them with Reiki energy. These are the only. These symbols are there just to assist us. Some symbols are very good at cleaning. We'll just go over some more symbols which will help us cleaning, and they do superb cleaning. Some other symbols help us in charging, stabilizing, balancing, and all that. Some other symbols help us in doing something else. So these symbols are just there to assist you. It's almost like tools to assist you in the kitchen. But ultimately, they will all help you cook the food, you know. So it's like, so basically, Reiki is all about how nicely, the magic of Reiki is how nicely you clean something and how nicely you charge something. That's it. These are the two things: cleaning your house, cleaning yourself, and cleaning every aspect of your life. For example, your finances, your savings, your relationships, all your aspects of life, your love relationship, romance, etc., etc. We can clear off everything.
Yeah, this I don't know what I how I would, for example, clean and charge like relationships or
Yeah,
an event.
we will learn that in level 3. That's the magic.
Okay.
Yeah, don't
Okay.
worry, I
It's
got
good.
this. I got this. So, yesterday we did cord cutting. Just to go over the whole cord cutting process again, and just to revise, you know why? Because we'll be doing one more cord cutting session today. And why? Okay. Here. So, when we talk about cord cutting, there are many ways in which you can use cord cutting. I have just told you a tool, how you use it. How you use it, it's entirely up to you. What I told you was use your hand as a knife, use chokure as your weapon. Just from the top, just keep cutting the cord 7 times, and then join the cords with whatever, whatever you want to join with, divine love, divine blessings, or whatever. Now, what are the applications of cord cutting? Cord cutting can actually help you remove addictions from your life. Addictions. Some people are addicted to drugs, alcohol. You could be having addiction to porn or anything. What you have to do is you have to. So let's say it's your child or somebody. Okay, so you can actually do cord cutting and remove that addiction from their life. And what is it that you would try to do? Like if that empty space is created, so I do cord cutting for a particular child. The child is addicted to some stuff. I do cord cutting from him, removing all those bad influences from his life, joining his cords with his studies. His father said, the kid needs to study if he has to progress. So I join his cords with studies. Okay. So it's almost like, so how I do it is, let me show you. So this is my purse. So I you can even have a dummy, or you can just imagine it in front of you, the way we did it with Ladislav yesterday. Okay. How I do it is, let me show you. I'm just giving you an example. Conversation and conversation and conversation and connect, connect, connect with the relationship that the child, say his name, has with his addiction. Say the addiction's name, whatever the addiction is, porn addiction, vape addiction, alcohol addiction, drug addiction. Reiki energy, allow me to cut the cords that this child has with his addiction. Allow me to remove it across all time and space. Okay? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I also say, may it happen for the highest good of all concerned. In my mind, I just imagine that if this is the child, something is connecting him from all the chakras with this addiction. It's a bottle, it's anything. I don't want to know what it is. I use my hand, chokre, 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 just cut that from the crown chakra. Chokre, 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 third eye chakra, chokre, 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 throat chakra, chokre, 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 heart chakra, chokre, 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 solar plexus, chokre, 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 sacral chakra, chokre, 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 root chakra, chokre, chokre, chokre. Just remove the parts. You will not be able to see what is getting away from him. You cannot see this. Something will be released from the child's energy field. Let it go. Do a forgiveness prayer. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. I thank you. Put chokore on top of it. It's bad energy. You don't want to associate with it. Wash your hands. Then I want to join the child's cords with studies. He's studying for something. I want to join his cords with studies. Conversation and conversation and conversation and connect with the child. That say the name with his studies, whatever he's studying, Reiki energy. Please allow me to join his cords with his studies. He really need to study, focus on his career, whatever it is. Allow me to do this. I will use chokore. Chokore, chokore, chokore. Allow the new cords to be joined in the root chakra. Allow the energy to be balanced by Seheki, charge and stabilize with chokore. Allow the new cords to be joined in sacral chakra, charge with Seheki, charge and stabilize with chokore. The same way, I just join with the cords, balance and integrate with Seheki, and then charge and stabilize everything with chokore. So it's almost like this is one way in which you can use it. And so to remove addictions that a person might have, I remove the addiction away. I can't see it, it will happen. And I'll tell you the results that I got because I know I'm telling you the case which I did. And I'll tell you how it worked out for the child. Now, suppose a very common example would be, let's say there is uh, there's a client who comes to you who has, sorry, uh, who is having a third person in the relationship. He is, let's say, he's married to somebody. Okay, he's married to somebody. This is person B. Let's say A is married to B, but has a C person in his life. It could be a drug dealer, it could be anybody. I was actually dealing with a case where the husband was, very closely associated with a drug dealer or something of that sort, a bad person or something. And the wife was my client, and the wife was like, okay, just I don't want him to be associated with bad people. Okay. And this was happening behind the person's back or something of that sort. So again, we call the relationship that A has with all the negative people in his life. It could be drug dealer, it could be anything that he's connected with. Reiki energy. Tell Reiki energy what you're doing. Reiki energy. This person is connected with some negative elements who are selling drugs, etc., etc. Allow me to release his cords from, that are connecting him to such kind of people. Allow them to be released, whatever, just release it, and allow me to join his cords with his wife. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I start cutting the cords with chokore with the person. Energy is released. I can't see it. Then I do a forgiveness prayer. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. I thank you. Put chukri on top of it. It gets dissolved. Wash my hands. Then I want to connect him with his wife and maybe children as well. Conversation and conversation and conversation and connect me with the wife and the children of this person. Allow me to join the new chords of happy family, family life, harmony, coherence, good love, happiness, whatever it is, with this family, with the man, with his family in the root chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus chakra. So what you have actually done over here is, this is one of the other ways of using cord cutting. You just don't use it to remove a person from your life. You can use it to remove addiction from your life. You can use it to remove negative people from somebody's life and introduce positive energies in their lives. Up to you how you use it. This is just a technique. And all you have to do is you have to imagine those people in front of you, and then you have to imagine that there are cords going out between these people, like this connection, and you have to just remove them and join their cords with them. Yeah, so this is how you do it. Anything that you would like. I know this is like, maybe you might get confused while doing it. Oh, what am I supposed to do? Just remember, cutting and putting. Cutting with chokore, putting with chokore. If you don't remember anything, that's all you need to do. And remember, whenever you cut, you need to replace it with something. Replacing with what? With good energy. Now I'll tell you a case study that I did. This is a real case that I'm telling you. So I have a client who's a kid who just wants to make money. And poor thing, he's innocent, like kids are. The father has a lot of money, but this kid is in bad company. He wants to sell vape and he wants to sell alcohol, whatever, God knows what. And he's in bad company as well. And he is not studying at all. And in Indian families, studying, you can't do without studying. So the kid, I have been working with the kid off and on since 2023. And the kid is really, he's a good kid, but he's difficult to handle because he's 16 or something, and you get so once he took his father's car, they live in Australia. So once he took his father's car, just smashed it, came back home. He didn't have driving license. Then something else, he was picked up for something else. He's been suspended from school. So constant, getting into troubles like that. So the father, I have now been again started working with him for the past 1.5 months. Got a bad, like, got involved in relationships and got very close to a girl, didn't work out, whatever. So the father got in touch with me. Now, the thing for me was I removed all the addictions. I do it every day for the child, removing all the addictions, joining his cards with his studies, just the way just taught you, joining his cards with the studies. Recently, 2 days ago, I got a call from the father. There was again a case where the kid was either beaten or he beat up somebody. Something of that sort happened. And the school was again about to suspend him. This time, the kid stood up for himself. He said, "No, it wasn't my mistake. They were trying to bully me or whatever. And I tried to stand up for myself. And, these kids are trying to, just overpower me, dominate me, or something of that sort." Now, before this, in the last 16 years, he had never stood up for himself. This was the first time he actually spoke out in his favor. And his father, of course, supported him. He said, good that, you should actually leave those kids who are actually bullying you, dominating you, etc., etc. And what happened was the school decided not to suspend him. Now, he's been suspended many times before, at least 2, 3 times. This time, I was joining his cause with studies. So, number one, he stood up for himself because I'm working with him. He's one of my clients. He has a severe issue with his throat chakra. The kid tries to bottle up everything, does not speak. So, this time he spoke himself. So, this is one good result. Secondly, the addictions are somehow going to leave him. So he'll either get awareness that these people are not good for me. Somewhere along these addictions have to go. That's number second. Number third is that the school was about to suspend him. They did not. They suspended the other children who messed up with him. So, which was a positive sign. So, I was discussing it with his father, that I'm actually doing this. I tell them, I said, I'm actually working on removing his addictions, although I don't know exactly what addictions he has. And it's fine, because families are very closed about these things. They are not going to tell me the whole thing. And then I said, okay, you know what? Let me do my job and let me see where it goes with the child. I mean, I don't promise overnight changes, but slowly and slowly you will start noticing the changes. And they said, okay, fair. Never, you can't, with Reiki, you can't promise overnight changes. You tell people, okay, you know what? Give it a week, give it 2 weeks, you will notice changes. Some shifts in energy will happen. So some people might notice energy changes immediately. I've had clients when I'm doing their Reiki in my time zone in the morning at 4 a.m., they can feel energy shift happening. Today, I did
Mhm.
it for my for these people in the US, my students as well. And the person was telling me, he said he felt an immediate shift of energy, immediately.
Mhm.
And sometimes people don't notice anything. You can work with them for days, months, they don't feel any change at all. But something is shifting. So you have to ask them, are you sleeping better? Are you more peaceful and more calm? Are your relationships better? Is your, has your pain gone down? Is your life better in any way? Like, let's say your blood pressure has gone down, it's more normal, hemoglobin is normal. So, some people, they don't register energy changes, they don't feel these things. But if you ask them questions like, are you more relaxed now? Do you really get tensed up and knotted about things? They will be able to tell you, that they have noticed some shifts and all.
Mhm.
Yeah. Any questions?
No, no.
Wonderful. You understood cord cutting?
I will do. Yeah, I
Yeah,
will
you'll
do.
have to watch this video again. Plus, you will have to
Yes.
do your cord cutting. You have to do it with yes, and then you will see. Now, very interesting question you asked, when you release the cords, are they released from your end and from his end, or they are released just from your end? So the thing is, Yarka, I'll tell you a very good answer to this is, one, you're releasing it. Let me tell you just one answer. If there is pending karma between the two of you, then he might come back despite your cord cutting. And then you might be like, oh, but I cut my cords with him. How come he's back? Then what will happen is, it will not trigger you as much as it is triggering you now. This is the
Mhm.
energy change that will happen. Now, I'll give you an example. For example, you do this cord cutting with your ex-husband. Let's assume you do it with him. It doesn't mean he will disappear from your life. He will still keep coming in and going because you share children. So for their interest, you have pending karma with him. He will keep coming into your life, but his presence, his energy, his memories will not trigger you, or
Mhm.
not trigger you as much with the same intensity as they were triggering you earlier. So the energy will shift depending on how intense the connection was. With some people, we share a very intense connection. Over there, we might need to do this process again and again. For example, every Valentine's Day, you might be reminded of some ex you had 20 years ago, just because, you had a very intense connection with them. So just do the clearing again. It will immediately calm down your anxiety. It will not trigger you as much. But
Mhm.
if you have pending karmas, you share children, you share any kind of friend circles. If it comes up, it's going to be there. It's not going to. The universe will not just stop talking about these things, but it will calm down your anxiety. It will release all that unnecessary garbage from your memory bank. To what extent, it really depends. But I've done it personally for myself with a lot of my friends who are no longer there in my life. The moment I start getting their memory, as in, I start thinking about them in a certain way, and I'm like, why am I getting this person's thoughts? Why are they? And it's not very nice. Let me do my cord cutting with them. I do my cord cutting with them, and immediately I have no thoughts about them. So if anything, you always heal yourself. The other person, their memories, their thoughts will take care of themselves on its own. So,
Mhm. Mhm.
mhm. Any question?
No, no.
Oh, okay.
I will have to watch yesterday's video to make a cord cutting properly. Like what
Yes.
I do, I write it down and I go step by step, not to
You
make
know
any.
what? Just for once, try doing it without my video. Just try doing it with chokore alone. Just chokore alone. Cut the cords with chokore. Connect with the person. Of course, you will need to connect with the person. Please, Reiki energy, allow me to do cord cutting with so and so person. I want to remove him from my energetic space. Please allow him to go on his path with blessings. Okay, let all the cards, all the energy that I have from that person, let it show up now. I will remove it with chokore. Just start cutting the cards, and when it is gone, just release that energy. Put chokore on top of it. It's bad energy. Whatever it is, just let it dissolve. Once you put chokore on it, it will just dissolve. Wash your hands, Reiki energy. Please fill up all the space that I have now created in my chakras with divine love, divine self-love, and divine light. That's it. Just put chokore, 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 chokore. Just try doing it without listening to me and you'll be fine. Trust me. You're just scared. I don't know why.
Yes, I want to do everything properly. And would it be better to do cord cutting first and cleaning afterwards, or other
No,
way
no,
around?
no. You always do cord cutting after you've done aura and chakra cleaning. You do
Oh,
every other process after that. So if,
okay.
yeah, once you do the cord cutting, the person is released, then just put yourself in protection shield and that's it. Thank you, Reiki energy. Thank you. And if by chance you're also connected with your sister or with your daughters and all, then just ask them that for this process, I ask the divine souls of say your daughter's names, your sister's name. I just ask them to step away because I'm going to do cord cutting for myself and just do the cord cutting for yourself. uh, Ask them to join back once you're done with cord cutting. Put everybody in a protect. So many times you're like, oh, will they be able to listen? You're as it is sending them healing on a soul level. They are of course attached to you. They're listening to you. Their soul is listening to you. So the moment you tell them, okay, you know what? Allow me to do this process with this person, just step away. Please, I ask these divine souls, Reiki energy, to step away for me to complete the cord cutting process. Do the cord cutting process for yourself and then ask them, okay, now everybody join back, call your daughter's names, your sister's name, okay, join back, join back, join back, and then just put everybody in a protection shield. Thank you so much, Reiki energy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bless and disconnect, bless and disconnect, bless and disconnect. So when you are doing specific processes for a certain person, you call their name. You ask the rest of the people to just wait, just call the name of the person. Yarka Vasova, just come here and do the this.
Okay.
Yeah, because it works on soul level. So any message that you have to say, for example, let's say your daughter is not listening to you, and you're saying something which is making a lot of, which is in her higher interest, which is for her good. Let's say she has a fear or an anxiety, and in her waking state, when you're talking to her, she's not listening to you. When you talk to her soul, which is connected to you, she will listen to you soul to soul. Anything that you tell them, they're going to listen to it. So you can even, like when I do on a dummy, and filling them up with divine love, divine light, you're going to be fine. You can even tell them you're going to be fine. You're just getting fine. Every organ, every tissue is brilliantly, filled with Reiki energy. Everything that you say, they're listening. It's soul to soul. So you can give positive messages to your kids. Doesn't mean, you can't manipulate them, but you can give them positive messages.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So,
Sounds
so
great.
with that, Yarka, tomorrow what we are going to do is we are going to do cord cutting in relationships. Let's say, yes, today also, do you have a relationship you would like to do cord cutting for? Like, as in a relationship which you want to improve. I
Yes,
ask
I
you
was
that.
thinking about this yesterday because you said, but the only like bad relationship I have is with my ex-husband. And I would
Really?
like, yeah, I would like to make it better because of the communications and the kids. There are no more feelings from my side, and I don't think there are any from his side, so that would be
Wonderful.
fine.
So what we are going to do is we are going to do that and let's see what happens. So this will be another way in which we'll be doing cord cutting. Uh, Cord cutting has many, like it's just one technique that you can use in multiple scenarios. It's like tomato and potato. It's like you can make a lot of stuff with tomato and potato. It's two vegetables that you use in all the world cuisines, and everybody cooks it differently. So it's almost like that. Cord cutting can be used in many situations for, of course, to make things better. These are just some of the things that we are going through. But feel free. Once you master the technique, you can use it in any number of situations. So tomorrow we'll do cord cutting with your ex-husband, and we'll make the relationship better. You know why? Because you still have pending karma with him. So in case
Yes.
of pending karma, what will happen is that the communication that goes on between you two will become better. It will become
Yes.
better, more respectful, and more kind of delightful on both ends. That's how it should be. So it's like that. So let's do that tomorrow, Yarka. Same time we meet. Yeah, Friday. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Bye bye.
Okay.
See you. Take care.
Bye. Have a nice
Bye.
evening.
Bye. You too. Bye
Bye.
bye. Bye. Bye.